all you guys really need is a little bit of space today. My name's Martina, by the way. So I've been teaching for quite a while, and I do private and corporate yoga teaching, so that's kind of my jam. I'm really happy you guys are here and just taking a little bit of time for yourselves to connect with your body, to breathe, to move, and just get a little bit of movement into your day. So that's really awesome that you guys are here. So it's go time now. So all I suggest you guys have, you don't need to even have a yoga mat, just a little bit of space. So I have my yoga mat on the ground here. You can even use a towel, a blanket, as long as you're not slipping. I do recommend bare feet, just so that you aren't sliding around and you guys have a little space. The other thing I'm gonna get you guys to grab is, if you have the ability, I have a bolster, but all you need is something like a cushion, just something that you can elevate yourself a tiny bit. So that could even be for instance, a sweater that's been rolled up into anything, whatever you have to grab, a blanket that's been rolled up, and that's all that you guys need. So a little bit of space, maybe some water and a cushion, and that's it. And just a little bit of an open mind. So if you guys have never done yoga before, no problem. Don't feel like you have to have practiced for many years to do this practice today. You can have absolutely zero experience or many years of experience. It doesn't matter. All that I ask is that you guys be open. And just again, thank you guys so much for joining. So we're going to just have a little short practice today. So grabbing whatever you have, cushion, blanket, if you have any yoga props at home that you feel you can use those into our practice today. But I'm going to use a bolster, but you guys can use whatever. So we'll just have those close by, so those props close by, and we're going to start by just lying back onto our mat. If you have any lower back issues, I do recommend starting with knees bent. You can get down through the side to lie down, or just roll down through center. So again, knees either bent or legs extended, and we're just going to allow our eyes to close, starting by relaxing into our body. So palms to the sky, toes and fingers soft, face relaxed. So finding any tension in the face around the forehead, the temples, the cheeks, the jaw, the tongue. I'm going to take a really nice big breath in. Big exhale, sigh to let it go. And take another big breath in. Allow the belly to rise, the ribs to expand in every direction. Big exhale, sigh, let it go. Breathing in and out through the nostrils, nice and slow. With every exhale, allowing the tension to melt away. The hips to get heavier, the heels to get heavier, the back of the chest, back of the head. And we're going to slowly take our right ear to the mat. So looking to the right side, breathing into the left side, relaxing that left side. And taking that head back to center as we take the left ear to the mat slowly. And then back to center, wiggling toes, wiggling fingers, rolling wrists and ankles. And we're going to bring either our knees together or our legs together, bringing our arms up overhead behind us. Inhale to reach super long, and exhale, release and let go. And again, inhale to reach up super long, exhale, release and let go. Bring your right knee into your chest. So you can hug either around the shin or the back of the thigh to bring that knee in close. And you can even bend that bottom leg if that feels better for the back. And then swapping the legs out as you bring your right leg down, the left knee in, relaxing that leg. And we're going to bring both knees into our chest, find a gentle rock side to side along the spine. And then finding a neutral spine as we plant our feet to the mat. So hip width distance apart. You're gonna feel your feet fully connected into the ground, relaxing the arms down. We're gonna start by squeezing into the glutes, the backs of the thighs, and then lifting the hips. Doesn't have to be super high, just a little bit of movement. And then you're gonna find yourself rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae, so the hips the last thing to come back down to the mat. And let go at the bottom. Round 2, squeezing into the glutes, lifting the hips nice and high. Or not as high, but as high as it feels good for you. Relax those feet and then slowly rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae. Last round, squeezing the glutes, lifting the hips. You're gonna hold here. Take a nice big breath in, big breath out. Rolling down all the way. Hips release at the bottom, glutes release at the bottom. Take your arms open to a T position, so extend from the shoulders. You're gonna allow the knees to drop to one side, then the other. So you're windshield wipering the knees side to side. And then allow the knees to drop to the right side, and you're gonna look over your left shoulder. Take a big inhale and exhale. And then I'm going to draw those knees all the way to the second side as you take the gaze over the other way. So over the right shoulder, take a big breath in and out. And then back to center with everything. Knees are going to come to the chest, rocking side to side along the spine. And we're going to make our way up into a seated position. So you're either going to rock through center, forward and back, or come to the side and then make your way up into a seated position. So here's where we're going to find our cushion, our elevated, something to give us a little bit more elevation. So whatever that is. So if you just popped on, you can grab a cushion or even roll the back of the mat up into a little bit of an elevated thing to help you sit upright a little bit higher. So we're going to pop our bottom foot out from underneath, allowing our shins to align and come close to the mat. Drop the shoulders, drop those hips. So you're not sitting right on top of your cushion or anything. You're sitting kind of on the edge. So this is just allows for a little bit more breathing space where you can take those nice, full, beautiful breaths. So drop the shoulders, soften into the face and the upper body. We're going to start to move the arms. Big inhale to gather those arms to the sky, palms come to the top of it. Towards the sky. Exhale, release behind wrists, elbows, or interlaced fingers. And we're going to lift up through the chest and then bring the hands together in front, palms, neutral spine. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, release back behind wrists, elbows, or interlaced fingers. Inhale to lift up to the chest, gentle lift to the chin, and then bring everything back to neutral in front. Last time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release back behind. Inhale to open and back to center in front. We're going to interlace our fingers, take our hands behind the head, drop our shoulders down. You're going to paddle forward as if you're swimming, so keeping the head elevated. We're going to think of moving from the ribs, from the side body, so really coming into that motion and then going backwards the other way and to center. We're going to take our chin down towards our chest, let our elbows hang forward, so kind of dangling forward, stretching the neck and upper back. Take a big breath in, big breath out. And then coming back up and releasing the hands down. We're going to cross our left hand over our right thigh. Take our right hand back behind as you rotate. And then finding the second side, so twisting the other way. And then back into center. Give the legs a shake out in front. And we're just going to come into a passive forward fold. And then back up to center. You can remove your props, so any cushions or bolsters or blankets that you have, you can just set those to the side and come onto hands and knees for tabletop. So we're going to have our wrists right underneath our shoulders, knees underneath our hips, so a little bit of space between the thighs or the knees, and making sure that we're not dumping down. So we're going to find that really strong connection with the core lifting up, but also the hands firmly planted and the knees right underneath the hips. Coming into cat cow, we're going to dip our belly down, inhale, arch, look to the side, so tailbone and head tip up. And then we're going to tip them the other way, dropping head and tail, scooping up the core, pushing the floor away. Inhale, looking up to the sky, belly dips, tail lifts. Exhale, looking through. One more time, inhale to look up to the sky. Exhale to look all the way through. And then coming into neutral. We're going to shift our weight into one hip, doesn't matter, whichever hip, and you're going to look over to the second side. So getting a stretch into that glute, maybe the side body, and then taking it to the second side, reaching over and to center. We're going to make our way into our first down dog. So down dog, we're going to tuck our toes under, lift our knees off the mat, send our chest and belly back to the thighs, and then start to extend the legs up to the sky and allow the heels to drop. So the knees don't have to be locked out straight. You can take that micro bend as you extend through the wrists, through the spine. And then here we're going to pedal our feet out like you're on a bicycle, bending one knee, then the other. And then finding stillness into the heels as you extend through the spine long. And then coming all the way down into a child's pose. So toes together, the knees are going to come mat width distance apart, so pretty wide. And you're going to drop those hips back between, so the chest and belly is falling between the thighs. And then the head can rest either right onto the mat or onto stacked hands or stacked fists, but make sure that the forehead connects to something. This actually stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is our rest and digest system. So we're going to take a nice big breath in here. Big exhale, side to let go. Make sure the neck is soft. We're guiding the breath down the spine. And then bringing it back up into tabletop position, knees underneath the hips, tucking those toes under, revisiting our down dog. So lifting our hips nice and high, chest guiding back. We're going to look forward and walk ourselves towards the top of the mat, forward fold. So feet are hip width distance apart. You're going to find that softness into the knees and everything drops downwards. And not judging, not having any expectations for our postures today. Just take a nice big breath in and out to let go. So head is releasing down, arms are releasing down. And then from here, we're going to step back with our right foot into a low lunge. So you're going to take a big, big step back, drop the knee and untuck the toe. So our left knee is directly on top of our left ankle, fingertips to the mat, take your left hip crease back, right hip forward, and then lift up to the chest, breathing. And then we're going to hinge our hips back as you lift your left toe up. So you're going to walk your hands back with you. You're going to take a soft bend into that left knee. Hands are framing that foot, that leg, extended leg. And then we're going to walk it forward again into that low lunge, tuck the back toe under, and big step all the way up top of the mat, forward fold. Take as many steps as you need together. Second side, so left foot, big, big step back behind you into that low lunge, untucking the toe. So here we're going to draw that right hip crease back, the left hip forward, ankles underneath the knee, and lifting up through the body. From here, we're going to hinge the hips back, so lifting our right toe up, soft bend into the knee, chest comes open, breathing. And then taking it back to front again, hands walk forward, tuck the back toe under, and then step that foot all the way up top of the mat. Let everything go. So here you can take any variation of arms. So you can grab opposite elbows, you can just sway side to side, you can grab back to the thighs, you can find stillness, find movement, whatever works for you right now. Take that nice big breath in, big, big breath out. And then you're going to release any arm position you've held onto. Bend the knees, hands to the mat, and walk back into a down dog position. So this next one you can do from either a tabletop or from down dog. We're coming into a hip opener. So we're going to bring our right leg up to the sky. I'm going to open up that hip, bend the knee, point the right knee up as you bend. Allow that right heel to guide to the left glute. So again, you could do this from a tabletop position if that feels good. And then release the right leg down, left leg comes up, opening up that hip, bending the knee, head is heavy. And release all the way down. We're gonna come back onto the knees and make our way into a seated position. So you're gonna cross at the ankles and then extend the legs out in front, or you can just swing the legs around to the side and back to find an extended leg position. So we're gonna come into a forward fold. So here, you're welcome to, what you could do is place a cushion onto the thighs, underneath the thighs, across the shins, or you don't have to use anything at all, but this can be a little bit of a support system as you coming into your forward fold. So we're gonna sit nice and tall, inhale, and then exhale, find ourselves folding down over top of ourselves, arms relaxing, head relaxing. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. So we're not pushing or pulling in this one, it's more of a passive posture. So you can relax those arms, the head and the neck can let go. As you spend a bit of time here, trying to find those slowed down versions of your breath. So really big inhales and even bigger exhales. I'm going to walk those hands in towards ourselves to roll up, releasing our prop to the side. And we're going to come into what's called a mermaid position. So our right shin is going to come to the front. We're going to wrap our left around the back. If you have any knee issues on that left side, you can always extend that leg open to the side. Otherwise, we're going to find that nice long position of the spine. Fingers are interlacing, hands behind the head, drop the shoulders, keep the elbows wide. You're going to shift your ribs over to the left side and then tip the right elbow to face up to the sky. So nice big opening on that right side. Relax those hips down, breathing here. And then coming back up to center, release the hands. Our back leg is going to come around to the front. So you have that leg extended, you're just going to tuck the foot in into a cross-leg position. And we're just going to walk it forward. So should get into hips a little bit, maybe IT bands. So just coming as far as is comfortable. Big inhale and exhale. And then walk those hands in towards yourself to roll up to do the second side. So starting with a mermaid position. So left shin is going to come forward. Our right leg is wrapping around and pointing that toe to the back wall. Fingers interlaced, hands behind the head, drop the shoulders, elbows wide. You're going to take those ribs over to the right side, then tip that elbow to the sky. Relax the left hip. So notice if there's created tension, or you can just let that leg go. And then coming back up and releasing the hands, our back leg is going to come around, find that cross-legged position again. We're going to take a nice big breath in and then walking it forward, relaxing down. Breathing, big inhale, big exhale. And then taking those hands in towards ourselves, rolling up, giving the legs a shake. And then we're going to join the soles of our feet together. So taking those feet nice and close to start. So really making sure that we're not gripping or sinking back. If that's the case and you find it really challenging to sit upright without the use of your hands, take those feet further away so that you can find that position where the top of the hips are relaxed, but also the spine is long. So here you can either hold on to shins or fingers interlaced underneath the toes. We're going to sit nice and tall, drop the shoulders, and close the eyes. So taking advantage of this extra space to breathe, this opportunity to lengthen the spine, and to relax the hips. And then we're going to flutter our eyes open, releasing this position, we're going to take it into a similar position. So all we're going to do is move our feet further out in front, so more of a diamond shape. So almost that point where the feet start to separate a little bit. And here again, you can bring any props that you want on top of the feet. So this is just a little bit extra support and you don't have to use it at all. Take that big inhale to lengthen, and exhale, we're going to come forward so you can rest your hands on top of any cushion or any prop, and then let the head dangle as well. Take a big inhale, big exhale, sigh, let go. So this is all about surrendering and softening into yourself. So we're getting into the lower back, the hips, maybe IT bands a little bit here. And breathing. Find those slow and controlled breaths. And then we're going to walk ourselves back upright, removing our cushion prop to the side. We're going to take the hands to the outside edge of the thighs, guide those thighs in together. We're going to be making our way onto our back onto the mat. So what you can do is either come down to the side to release down, or take the hands to the back of the thigh and start to roll down vertebrae by vertebrae as you release all the way back, extending the legs. I'm going to bring our right knee into the chest, so hugging that knee in just like we did earlier. And then extend that right leg up to the sky. So knee does not have to be locked out. The foot doesn't have to be flexed. You can take as much of a bend into that knee as it feels good for you. So breathing, your shoulders soft. Breathing into the back of the thigh. And then bending your right knee back in. We're going to plant your right foot down onto the mat. So this is a little bit of Simon Says here. You're going to take your left ankle over top of the right thigh. Arms come open to a T position, and you're going to drop the sole of your left foot to the mat, but keeping that connection with the right leg. Look over your left shoulder. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. So the sole of your left foot is connected to the mat. The right knee and thigh are relaxing down, breathing. And then we're going to take that back into center. And then hugging the left knee into the chest, extend the right leg down. So let that bottom leg relax completely, especially from the hip flexor or the top of the hip or thigh. And then we're going to extend our left leg up to the sky. So holding back the thigh or the calf, that leg can be as bent as it needs to be without any expectation for that leg. Breathing. Shoulders soft. And then bringing that left knee in. You're going to step that foot down as you cross your right ankle over the left knee. Arms coming open to the side, shoulders soft. You're going to step that foot down as you look over the opposite shoulder. So looking over the right shoulder this time. Take a big breath in, big breath out. Relax all the way from fingertip to fingertip, right across those collarbones. And then taking it back to neutral. Releasing the legs as both knees come into the chest, gentle rock side to side along the spine. We're going to take our right knee and keep our right knee and extend that left leg coming into a spinal twist. So again, Simon Says, left hand crosses over the right thigh, right arm comes open. You're going to take that thigh over and across into a deeper twist. So again, you can relax that right palm open, guiding that thigh as far as it will go without compromising the lower back, without compromising the hip. Chest is wide. Take a deep breath in. Deeper breath out. And then coming back to center with the right leg. Release that right leg down as the left leg comes in to do the second side. So right hand takes that thigh over and across as you open up the left arm. Again, relaxing all the way down from chest to fingertips. Big inhale and exhale. And then coming back into center with everything. So giving those knees a hug and a squeeze as you come back in. Rock side to side. And then when it comes to neutrals, we take our palms to the tops of our kneecaps. So our knees are going to stay glued together, and we're going to draw big circles with those knees one direction. So this is connecting to our tailbone sacrum area. So if you haven't any sensitivity, just be very mindful as you move, as you create those circles. And I'm going to go the opposite direction, making circles the other way. And then coming back to center, we're going to make our way into our final Poshavasana. So however you usually, or you can relax, what I do recommend sometimes is taking that cushion or rolled up blanket, and you can place it underneath the thighs for a little bit more support for the back. If you don't have that, you can also have the knees bent. Otherwise, just extending those legs out. So the exact same way we began our practice together, arms alongside you, and our eyes are closed. Shoulders are away from the ears, palms to the sky, toes and fingers letting go. And we're going to scan the body from the crown of the head all the way down to the soles of the feet, noticing if there's any more tension. So checking in with the face, checking in with the chest, the jaw, the temples, back of the chest, back of the heart, hips, thighs, feet. Maybe extending your legs out a tiny bit further, maybe extending those arms out a tiny bit further, maybe elongating the neck a little bit more. And then bringing your awareness and attention to the belly space as you take a big full breath in. Complete exhale, sigh out. And one more big breath in here. Big exhale, sigh to let go. And then breathing in and out through the nostrils. If you find your thoughts wandering or your mind is active, using the mantra simply breathe in and breathe out. Or any other mantra, intention that you'd like to invite, inviting that in now as we come to stillness and silence and surrender. Keeping the eyes closed, start to deepen the breath. Noticing how the body feels as the breath enters, as the breath exits. Gently rocking the head side to side. Wiggling toes and fingers. Rolling wrists and ankles. And then bringing the arms up overhead behind you as you extend super, super long. Exhale, release and let go. And again, inhale to reach fingers and toes to opposite ends. And letting go. Mindfully moving the knees in towards your chest, hugging the knees in, rocking side to side. Until you make your way over onto the right side of the mat. Right side of the body into a fetal position, keeping the eyes closed. Moving slowly into an upright position with the legs crossed, the spine long, the eyes are still heavy. Relaxing the hands down to the thighs, shoulders drop. Take a big full breath in. Complete exhale, sigh out. And one more time, big, big breath in. Even bigger exhale out. Then join the palms together, the thumbs to heart center, bowing the head down towards both hands and heart. And just sealing your practice with either gratitude, acknowledgement, awareness, an intention, a mantra, whatever comes up for you. Maybe it's just thanking yourself for showing up for you today. And then bring the head back to neutral, fluttering the eyes open. Namaste. So we say namaste at the end of our practice just to acknowledge the light that's within you, that's within me, that's within every single person on this planet. And so I just thank you and have gratitude for you showing up today and showing up for yourself.